Hey everybody, it's David with No Chaser. I kind of got rid of the intros because I just want to start my video faster. Like, I hate when there's so much of a preamble to things. It's just like, go. You came here to watch a video about something, here it is. So, for today's video, it's just kind of sobriety update and a little bit talk about something I've mentioned before, pause, that's post-acute withdrawal syndrome. So, I'm still sober and everything like that. I've been going good-ish. Not that I've had any slips or anything, but I'm in this phase where I can tell that there's these kind of, these symptoms of withdrawal that occur after your like physical ones, like the ones where you have the shakes and you can't hold anything down, and you could even have delirium tremens where you start seeing stuff, or like if you were doing speed or meth or whatever, you sleep for 5 days and then you have no energy to do anything and then you can't sleep, or if you had opiates, like the sort of crazy flu, super flu that you get when your body's screaming for it, like all that sort of stuff. There is, because addiction sucks, there is more that come to it as far as like the mental sort of like state of when you come out of it. Like you come out of all the physical ones, you get done with that, and then there's like symptoms of like brain fogginess and depression, or like emotional sensitivity, irritability. And I'm kind of going through that where I'm a little bit crankier than normal. I'm cool. I'm not gonna freak out like everyone expects me to. Half-Baked quote. Love that movie. But I also, I feel a sense of tiredness, and I know that my, I didn't. How do I put this? I kind of mixed up because I was doing DXM, which is what normally 17-year-olds do, and I did it at the ripe age of 35. That's like cough syrup. It was a cross addiction that was crazy. But anyways, so drinking to me, like, has kind of come back with a vengeance in a way that I am thinking about it instead of the DXM. See, I thought that, like, maybe I could get off the DXM, it would be easier than drinking, and I haven't drank in like over 6 months, so boom, nice little shortcut, right? Nope, now I'm just like thinking about two different substances, but I've been thinking about drinking a lot more. Maybe it's the summer, I don't know. To me, I actually don't think it depends too much on like what season it is, because I could say, ooh, the fall, I love drinking in the fall, or ooh, winter, you're all inside and it's cold out and you just want to just isolate. You could come up with any reason to drink. But anyways, I've been going through that sort of cravings and stuff like that. I'm taking a medication called naltrexone for it. It's supposed to help with cravings. I'd taken it before and I didn't really feel it was that useful, but I thought, why not? I'll try it again here. Just because if it can help, then I'll take any help I can get. That's a point where I'm at in my recovery, where I'm just like, I will take any sort of help I can get. Like, I'm kind of like a yes man, where I'll just kind of say yes to sort of anything, like any sort of living situation, any sort of therapy, treatment, anything I can do realistically or financially, I'll do, because I just want the cycle to stop. I had 2 longer bouts of sobriety, just with like, there was a lapse in between the 2 separate bouts. And then sort of ever since then, I've been stuck in this cycle where it's been like 2 months, 3 months, 1 month, 2 weeks, 2 months, like 1 month, like 3 months. Like, it's just been just this cycle I can't get out of. And I don't know what's like going on. I know there's some stuff I need to do. There's stuff I'm doing that's good, and then I need to pick up and do more stuff. But it just feels like if I could just kind of align everything, like with the therapy and the basic good stuff, like a good sleep schedule, good eating habits, exercising, but then I have to worry about like work and paying for stuff, and then I have to fit in like some of my creative endeavors in there, like the podcasting, this YouTube channel, writing takes up a big chunk of time, and there's just not enough hours in the day, or sometimes there's too many hours in the day, and the hours seem long because a thought of drinking will come to my mind, and I'll talk to people, even if it makes me feel vulnerable. I try to really work on talking to them in the moment rather than doing it retroactively, because that's a mistake I always make, is that I always do it just way past the point of no return, or the relapse wheels have already started chugging and it's too late to stop it. And so I'm really trying to be hyper vigilant, this time, and just kind of do everything I can to not get to that point. And I don't mean like DEFCON 9 point. I mean just like to a point that's even like, they used to have like the terrorism rating scales where there was like yellow and orange and red. Like if I'm near even yellow, I want to cut it off at the head, because I know how vulnerable and critical these times are in early recovery. And the worst part is that if you keep relapsing, like after a month, you're just doing the hard part all over again. You're doing the hardest part. You're doing the physical withdrawals that I mentioned earlier, and then you start going through the brain fogginess and sort of depression and sensitivity, and that's why it's just so hard not to drink, because all the mental and emotional things going on. And like I said, I've been dealing with a kind of a wave of depression. I've been just a little bit more emotionally sensitive, I guess you could say. I've gotten out of a relationship that I only did for my sobriety. I love the person very much and still love them, and it's very difficult. And there's a part of me that calls like, go back to that, because you love them. But I'm just like, it wasn't working out, because they were also an alcoholic, and we were both trying recovery, and it was difficult. And it's a person that I wish I could be with in the future. But right now, I just have to worry about me, because I need to keep this thing afloat. Like, I can't be worrying about like other people in a sense. As selfish as that may sound, you're kind of supposed to be this weird form of like beneficial selfishness, because like the best thing you could ever do for a person is not sacrifice yourself, but better yourself. And I know that's what people in my life want from me. And so just that focus on yourself of not engaging in things just for pleasure or just for, your own enjoyment, entertainment. Really try, I've done things like volunteer. I know I need to do that more, because it did make me feel good and genuinely giving back. As like a unmarried, childless person, there's a lot of thought that's about me, and sometimes that can be self-absorbed. It can lead to like some traits of narcissism. So I really try to involve myself in doing, what in AA they call service work. You could just do it as in like helping other people, but not getting too far deep into like other people's problems, but at like a safe distance, not fully with your arms back, but like alligator arms or like T-Rex arms. That's the way I try to think of it, is just always make sure that you are well. There's a billion of analogies. There's like the plane analogy where, before you put the oxygen mask on your child, you put it on yourself, all that type of stuff. I'm trying to follow in that. And so I'm trying to be good, and be very aware of how I'm feeling, and that to know it's all right to feel this way. Like, this is what's expected. It's funny, I get so bent out of shape out of things that I told myself I was expecting. Like, I know I'd go through these symptoms. I know I'd go through like this wave of depression and sort of this irritability and emotional sort of anxiety about things. Like, I knew all these things, and then when they happen, I'm like, what the hell is this stuff? Like, I hate this. I need to drink. But no, I'm fully aware of it. I just have to like stay that course. And so I've been sober. I'm feeling good-ish. I'm feeling good at where I'm at. And that's one other thing that I'll mention, is that I was always reticent to be proud of just a victory of a day, of being sober a day. I don't know why. There's like some drill instructor in my brain always stopped me from taking pride in that. But I've been really trying to do that, where it's just like, you made another 24 hours, good for you. And you have to care about this, because over time, once you like hit some milestones and stuff like that, you get a little bit adulation and celebration and stuff, but really it's mainly about how proud you are of it. And that's what I'm trying to adopt for myself, is just to be happy that I was sober today, and I hope I can be sober tomorrow. So that's kind of how I'm doing. That's where I'm at. Thank you for watching. Be well.